Welcome to another video. My name is Sander and today we are at a hidden gem, Lake St Peter Provincial Park. It's a very small park. Stick around till the end to show you why you likely want to visit this park next. But in the meantime, come with us. Lake St Peter Provincial Park is located on the peninsula roughly 3 hours from Toronto. Has 65 campsites with a mixture of hydro and non-hydro. And you do have some beautiful waterfront sites as well. For cell service here at Lake St Peter, the cell service is actually quite excellent. So I got full LTE plus, so checking email, Zoom calls should be no problem here at the park. I would certainly suggest to bring your kayak, stand-up paddleboard or canoe, but if you don't have one, no worries, you can rent them here at the park as well. The lake itself has many cottages on it, therefore you may encounter boats and jet skis and whatnot, so keep that in mind. But overall it's a beautiful lake to explore, so definitely recommend it. This is our site, 63. This is the site we typically try to get when we go to Lake St. Peter. It's a nice big site and it has private water access. The additional benefit of this site, other than of course it's being waterfront and water access, and it is a large site, is the fact that the comfort station with showers is right there. Plus you have a nice grassy area here for your kids to play, or if you play any ball games like volleyball, soccer, whatever, you can certainly play it here as well. The main drawback, however, of this site is the fact that the street here is a one-way road. And as a result, there's nowhere to turn around. So when you park your trailer, like we did over here, you either have to back it out, or what we do is we hook up the truck and do like almost like a 3-point turn. So we pull it out, pull it in and there a little bit, and that way we can make our way out. Because this is the road that goes back to the main road. Right by the fire pit is our path to the water, which gives us access to the lake, pretty easy access to the lake. It is steep, so keep that in mind. But what we do is we leave the kayaks here, and that way we don't have to drag them up and down the hill. And whenever we want to go for a paddle, we launch them right here. This is the entrance and registration. This is also where the park store is for your basic supplies, including your ice, firewood, ice cream, and t-shirts. This is the dump at Lake St. Peter. There's one dump spot. The hose is not threaded, so if you want to do a black tank flush, that may be challenging. Here's the potable water fill. There's a hose on each end, one on the right and one on the left side. They are threaded hoses, so if you have a water filter, you can certainly use them here. This is the main beach. It's a very large, sandy, nice beach on Lake St. Peter itself. Fortunately, it's very foggy now, as you can see. But a very, very nice spot. Plus, there's a volleyball net as well, if that's what you're into.
Later. Soon after.
Here's a nice little comfort station with showers. Central garbage is located right by the comfort station, so if you need to get rid of your garbage, it's by the comfort station. This is the boat launch. You can launch your boat here and temporarily dock your boat as well. By the boat launch, there's some picnic tables, some benches to hang out by the water. So if you want to go for a picnic, this is not a bad spot to go to. Over here is the second beach. As always at provincial parks, no dogs are allowed. Second beach is definitely a lot smaller than the first beach, but overall very nice. All toilets are scattered all around the park, in addition to the comfort station. There are two connected trails in the park. They start directly across from the park office. One is the lookout trail, and if you do the extended part, it's the cabin hiking trail. So this is the trail system. There's again 2 loops. You can do the lookout trail, which is about 2.5 kilometers, so shorter trail. There are some steep sections, and if you want to, you can keep going on the cabin trail, which makes the trail system a total of 4 kilometers. The trail starts off easy. There are a bunch of rocks, so definitely not stroller or wheelchair accessible, but once you get closer to the lookout point, it does get steep. So we made it to the lookout point here. There is a little bench you can sit on and enjoy the view. So the trail itself is pretty nice. There's definitely some steep sections in the trail itself. It is a loop, so you can decide which way you go. The lookout is quite nice, but the trail itself definitely rocky climbing, so not stroller and wheelchair accessible. So keep that in mind if you have little ones.
82 kilometers later.
So this is the water access right by site 63. We can take them directly on the lake from here, so we don't have to haul the kayaks up in them. One thing to note about this park is there are lots and lots of cottages on this lake, and as a result you do encounter boats, so if you do bring your kayak, canoe or stand-up paddleboard, just something to keep in mind.
Following day.
Let's talk about the park itself. Lake St. Peter is one of the smaller provincial parks, and therefore it's very quiet and peaceful. So if that's what you're going for, 100% recommend this park. You have great cell phone service here, so even if you occasionally need to check your work email or make the occasional Zoom call, 100% you can. You're very close to Algonquin Provincial Park. It's about a 20-minute drive to the East Gate. So if you want to take a day trip there and spend some time in Algonquin, you can certainly do that. The main attraction of Lake St. Peter Provincial Parks is the fact that there are some beautiful waterfront sites. We typically end up on site 63. Reason being, it is waterfront. We leave the kayaks here, so we can easily access the lake. Now, the reason why we go for this site and not the sites in the 40s is they are often much harder to get, and the main reason is that 63 is on a dead-end road. So if you have a larger trailer and you cannot turn around in the site, you have to back out all the way. Now, with our smaller trailer, ours is only 17 feet, we can kind of take like a 3-point turn and drive back out. So typically we have a lot of luck getting this site, and that's why we typically always end up here. If you got a lot of value out of this video, definitely smash that like button. It really helps to push this video out to a larger audience. In addition, why don't you subscribe? It's 100% free, and that way you get notified of our upcoming adventures, and there are still so many to come this year. In addition to all of this, if you're looking for additional great parks to visit, why don't you check out this video right here where we summarize the best top 10 parks we visited last year.